I love this shirt. I haven't worn this shirt in, oh my God, I don't even know how long. I stole it from one of my ex-boyfriends. I haven't worn it in a while. It's James Pierce.
Is it navy or black?
Yes.
Oh, love. Midnight.
It reminds
Midnight,
me of,
if you will.
What's his name? David from Schitt's Creek. One of the shirts that he wears. It reminds me of Givenchy. So it's a navy shirt, but it has this like black
long?
lightning bolt thing kind of in it. If you squint,
really
you can see it. It's like a little lightning bolt thing.
I can't really see it. I feel like David only wore like smocks, like very long shirts.
Well, his entire wardrobe is Givenchy.
Oh.
I know.
I haven't watched. I need to rewatch Schitt's Creek. It's one of my favorites to rewatch.
Same. That show will always hold up. That show
will always hold up.
It will always hold up. It always hits. Always.
Lexi and I sing Little Bit Alexis to each other all the time. La 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 la. A little bit Alexis. Did you decide you wanted your hat?
That show is fucking funny. Yeah, it's also dirty and it needs to be washed, and I haven't showered.
Your hair or your hat? Do boys wash hats?
I do. The reason I do is because the brim, like under where it gets dirty. And so if it gets dirty, you wear hats a lot. Next, you're breaking out on your forehead, and it's just It's like never washing a pair of socks, in my opinion. Like gross.
Yeah,
you need to wash your hat. But you can't just throw it in the washing machine. Like you could do the top rack of the dishwasher, or sometimes they have like hat things. Because hats are actually pretty delicate.
Connor gets mad when I wash his hats, and now that makes sense.
I would get mad if you washed my hat too. I'd fucking kill you.
I'm like that's just disgusting. I need to put it in the fucking washer.
Well, there are some hats that you don't wash. Like I have some hats that will never be washed, but I also only wear them when I am very dirty. But like this hat, I've never washed it, but I also don't. Hats are very different. Maybe they're like bras. You have to wash them very delicately.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't wash my bras unless I'm sweating.
Ew. I wouldn't admit that to people.
I mean, my sports bras, yeah, but like my regular bras, honestly, not that often.
So what you're admitting is that you're a dirty little bitch and you don't wash your clothes.
You're a dirty little bitch.
Well, yeah, that's not cool news, though.
A time wearing hats because they make my head, like I get to the point where I'm like, I get very like, it's not an itchy numbness, but it's like an itchy numbness. I also can't really wear gloves. I'm not good at wearing gloves. Because of that. I have like a sensory problem. I have like a sensory issue. Like it makes my hands get really hot and tingly. And like I'm thinking about it as actually making my heart palpitate a little bit.
You're looking very tan as well. I feel pasty as fuck.
Really?
Are you outside? Maybe
I've been walking outside a lot. So maybe.
Maybe you're not tan. Maybe it's just the light.
Yeah, right. For your sake, it's just the light.
I mean, I look really pasty. I have not been outside that much. I haven't really been in the sun a whole lot.
I'm kind of tan. Like my belly's a little tan.
I mean, you look tan. I look.
Thanks. You know what? You're gonna have better skin than I will when we get older. So you can hold that against me.
I don't know, girl. You have really good skin, and everyone keeps reminding me of that you have really good skin. All my friends that actually watch the podcast or follow us on social media, it's like, oh, your cousin has such great skin. I'm like, yeah, great. How about mine?
It's makeup. It's makeup and it's lighting. I'm telling you, it is makeup and it's lighting. I don't look like this in person.
No, she's actually hideous with really dry, crazy, wrinkly, cracked skin.
Yeah, like if I take off this necklace, I turn into an old hag.
Oh, that's
so this is my youth. Yeah. I need my Fridge Cig. I saw that on social media that Diet Cokes are called a Fridge Cig, and I'm like, yes.
Wait a minute, now I want a Fridge Cig.
That's exactly what that is.
Pause.
Go get a Fridge Cig. So someone told me that Diet Coke is a Fridge Cig and nothing's ever made more sense. And if you drink a Diet Coke, I've never personally had a cigarette, but I would imagine the satisfaction is similar to how I feel at 1 p.m. with my Diet Coke.
Yes. Hold on, wait. We're going to have an ASMR moment. Is everyone ready? 4, 2. This is my Diet Coke. I can't wait to share it with you.
Take a sip.
Oh, this is good. Cheers to you. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers me, bitch.
Hold on, I gotta clink.
Ooh, cheers.
Ooh. Remember the good days when Coke was made with cocaine?
No, neither one of us was alive.
Can I tell you something about my mother-in-law? Beth Love, a shout out to Beth. I don't know if Beth listens or not. I think she does, but she will agree. I now I get it because I drink Diet Coke so often. Beth Love, if they don't sell Diet Coke, she will leave that restaurant. She will be down at the table with the menus in hand. And if she goes, can I have a Coke? And they go, Pepsi. If they don't have, I think it's Mountain Dew as a substitute, She's like,
Mountain
we're out of
Dew?
here. I think Mountain Dew is her like, okay, I'll take that as a second.
Beth Love, you and I need to have a conversation. That's gut rat. That's disgusting.
I think it's a Mountain Dew. But yeah, so that girl will leave.
But you know what slaps more than anything?
What?
Mexican Coke, because it's made with pure cane sugar.
We're getting pure cane sugar Cokes here soon, apparently.
The taste is far superior than anything. And the way it tastes in a glass bottle, I don't know what glass does to it. It is different. I will die on that hill. I do not care what anyone says. It tastes different.
I think a glass vessel in general tastes different. Like, it's like, 100%. I'm not going to put a glass of wine in a plastic cup because it just tastes different. You know what I mean?
More glass than that.
But you get it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And then you know who has the best Diet Coke? Fountain Diet Coke on the planet? McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, theirs is like a different, I think maybe
they had their own
theirs
recipe.
Is like a different syrup. Yeah, it's like a different syrup.
I learned that they have
combo.
their own recipe. No one else has the same recipe as McDonald's.
Yeah. And I think Sprite too. I think Sprite is also different. Like, there's something about a Sprite at McDonald's. Yes.
Did you ever do that suicide like mixed beverage thing when you were in athletics? Yes.
Wait,
did you do that?
I don't know why
like
the different fountain ones, and you do,
where
like,
you have the
all
whole
of them?
fountain, and then like when I was in Little League, and it was just a little bit of
all
everything,
just sugared up.
No wonder we have a childhood obesity problem in this country. Like, we're mixing Sprite and Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper and Pepsi and Coke and heroin and all this stuff.
Yeah. At least the kids were playing sports then.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't do that now.
Now I watch them do it.
What is a ball? I only play on my Wii. Yeah. Well, I guess Wii isn't a thing anymore, is it? That aged me, didn't it?
No, we're on Switch 2 now.
We're on Switch 2 now. The reason I thought of Wii is because I'm rewatching Grace and Frankie, which, by the way, guys, if you've never watched Grace and Frankie, it's such a good comfort show. And she goes back to bowl, and they're doing like Wii bowling instead of like real bowling. And so that
I love a good Wii Sports. I remember when the Wii first came out and there was a big problem. People weren't like putting the straps around their arms and they were playing Wii Sports and they kept throwing it at their television.
Astronomer CEO is trying to sue fucking Coldplay.
Girl, when I saw that, I don't think I had laughed that hard from my gut in a long time.
Like,
so you cheated on your wife, you got caught, and then you're trying to sue someone for your stupidity. Like, why are you suing Coldplay, girl? I really want to hear that deposition.
Why sue Coldplay? Why not sue the stadium? Like, Coldplay didn't put you up there.
Yeah, Coldplay wasn't like, hey, camera 3, that guy over there, can you do me a favor and put him up first? Like, no, that's not what happened.
I guess I don't know how that works. Like, when concerts come in, I guess maybe their production team. So maybe, I don't know if it's like when you have an arena crew, is it like
it would probably be the production, because it's probably not the arena, because that setup is the same every show that they go to, because there's different, it's the song, there's something about the song or something where they pick somebody, because like I don't know if there was another viral one later that he changed the song. I'm paraphrasing this, I'm not getting this correct, but there was another guy that went viral. He was a big muscular guy, and it was a song that was about the man or something, and he was like, no, this one's about you, my guy, but it was just going all over the internet again. But it was the same thing. He was in another city with the same setup doing this.
Okay. I did think it was odd that a concert had a kiss cam, but that makes more sense.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were at a baseball game and it's like,
right.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That
okay.
Kind of. I also call it a kiss cam because, I mean, you're in a stadium. That's what it looks like.
I mean, it's a kiss cam. Like,
yeah,
it's what everyone calls it. But the fact that he's trying to sue Coldplay.
It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
Okay. You cheated on your wife. You probably got, I mean, yeah, your punishment sucked. Like, you really got it handed to you. And, ooh boy, but it doesn't mean it wasn't deserved. Like, the fact that he's still whining about his privacy, bitch. You don't get the right to privacy in a public space.
You don't.
I'm pretty sure that's actually the law. I think that's actually the law. Like, you are not entitled to privacy in a public space, period. So
it's wild. I demand privacy with my 80,000 other people. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Like, with other coworkers. Like, bitch, has
with
Coldplay
other
put
coworkers.
out a statement?
I don't know, but you know who did put out a statement? Coldplay's ex-wife. Chris from Coldplay's ex-wife, Gwyneth Paltrow,
Gwen
is Astronomer spokesperson.
Oh, yeah.
It's such an extra level of savage to it. It's great.
At first, I didn't know. Was it you that told me that? I didn't even know that she was his ex-wife. I was like, why are they choosing Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, is this a goop thing? I was like, why is everyone so obsessed with Gwyneth Paltrow? Like, I get it. She's like a beautiful natural woman. I just didn't make sense. And then someone told me that it was his ex-wife. I was like, oh, wait, that's funny as fuck.
It's an extra good little extra troll.
What? But honestly, kind of a good PR move.
100%. It went viral.
Play into
so
it.
They played into it. And then it gave them a little bit more of a positive edge. Whoever came up with that idea, honestly, was brilliant because it gave them the upper hand on the situation and made the CEO look foolish.
Yeah.
Because now they're showing in an inadvertent way that they're not on anyone's side, but they're making a joke about it, but they're coming up on top. Hey, don't laugh at us. Don't point fingers at us. We didn't do anything. We're actually making comedy out of it. That's the guy you should be mad about.
100%. Like separating the man from the business,
Correct.
Which I think is so smart.
I thought was brilliant. Whoever decided to do that was brilliant. And Gwyneth got a check for that. So that was a really brilliant PR move.
Well, and I love that she immediately was like, yeah. like the fact that Gwyneth was like, came across her desk and she goes, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Do that.
She said, pull my car around. I'm on my way. Send the script.
Get the board together.
Get the board together. I love some maniacal, diabolical fucking shit like that. Like, it's just for the plot. It just tastes like a good prime rib, fresh from the grill. Just sweet and juicy.
I think I rag on social media a lot, and I shouldn't because my livelihood comes from a lot from social media, which I'm grateful for. But I do think there's a lot of detriments to social media, and I think it's kind of put us back as a society a lot. However, I do think that it has forced businesses to be so fucking in touch with their demographic that if they're not, you obviously fall behind. If not for social media in general, like a move like this creative move for a company like Astronomer just probably wouldn't have happened. Like, I just think it pushes you to really force funny creativity and to connect with like people, which I think big companies don't normally do. So
totally agree. I totally agree. It just keeps getting funnier.
It doesn't stop. I feel like I feel like whoever's advising him is probably like, this is gonna blow over. This honestly, I do think will be referred because it was Coldplay. Coldplay is gonna go down in history as one of the best bands. So like, I don't know that this is ever going to go away.
Not while they're still touring.
Not fully.
Not while that big round screen is still up on stadiums. It's not going to go away. It's going to take some time when this tour is done. Shit, they might keep touring just to keep getting with the PR.
Just to keep doing it.
You have to admit, it's probably some good PR for Coldplay. Like, people are like, oh, I want to go. I want to be on the Kiss Cam. I want to see. Because, like, people are, like, legitimately getting excited about this. Oh, I want to be on it. Hopefully I'm on it. I want to be one of those. Mm-hmm. Like, it's completely changed the Coldplay concept for people that are doing it.
Right. I've heard Coldplay concerts are beyond. Like, I'm not a huge Coldplay fan of like music as is, but I've heard if you go to the concerts, they are like unreal.
I'd rather go to the Lady Gaga tour that's happening right now.
I've seen some clips of that. I have to say, I'm also not a huge Lady Gaga fan. However, she's the same. I've heard the same thing about her.
She doesn't mean that.
Well, okay. Sorry. I love Miley Cyrus. She loves you guys too. But I have heard that she's one of those as well.
Mother.
Well, she is. But like, she's just not my, me, I'm into like EDM and all that stuff. But I have heard the same thing about her. It's like, if you go, you'll enjoy it. Kind of like Taylor Swift concerts. You might not be a Taylor Swift fan, but if you go, you'll enjoy it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Gaga shows are incredible. It's just, there's always something to look at. She's an incredible entertainer. Every time I've seen her, I've just been like, wow, that was a show. Ow! Sorry, I just kicked my cactus.
No. Oh, no.
Ow!
Is there a point in your toe?
So bad.
Are cactuses poisonous?
No, I mean they can be, but like this was the one I kicked because it's in my windows.
Oh, how phallic!
Yeah. Speaking of phallic, did you know that Harry Styles has his own sex toy?
I did hear that he was cut. I knew he had a brand, And I was curious what the and more was, because it was like nail polish. Please put your wiener cactus down because it's distracting me.
It is quite phallic, but like, look, the spike goes all the way out to here and it just hit me in the foot.
Ouch. Yeah. Well, maybe put it in a different spot.
Ooh. Oh, I know. I put it on the floor because my shades are down.
But it said like nail polish something and more. And I was like, what is and more? I'm guessing sex toys.
Watermelon sugar. Oh.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I feel like his vibe, his whole shtick, his whole brand, sex toys makes perfect sense to me.
Kind of does. His lifestyle brand is pretty cool. It's beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous branding. Let me look up the toy. Do we know what it is?
It's a phallic vibrator. Like it has this like ball on one end, and then it's like this obviously tubular.
Oh, it's called Pleasing.
Pleasing.
Oh, it's called Pleasing.
And apparently it's double-sided.
Oh, and he has a lube.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
He has a lube. Yes.
Does it taste like watermelon?
It's called the Pleasing Lube. Personal lubricant. I don't see that. I don't think so.
Well, it goes along with his whole lifestyle. Like he has a lifestyle brand of just like things to what he said. There's some sort of their elevator pitch is like treating yourself special or something. But it's like they have nail polish and perfumes and different things to make you feel special, make yourself feel special. And I guess one of those now is making yourself real rude.
This is a beautiful vibrator.
It's actually really pretty. I love the color, like that pink and maroon.
If anybody is a mid to late 90s baby, this shit looks like the Talisman on Halloween Town.
Oh my God.
It looks like the Talisman.
What are you talking about?
Okay, you need to look it up. Look up the Talisman from Halloween Town and you'll be like, they look exactly alike. Honestly, and I don't feel weird comparing it to Disney because Disney does a lot of double entendres. So at that time.
Oh my God, it does.
Does it look exactly like it?
I don't know about exactly like this thing's got a bit of a claw.
But it reminds me.
But yeah, I mean,
it reminds me of the Talisman.
I wouldn't put this in my butt, but it's really pretty actually. It's gorgeous. It's something you could leave out on the nightstand. It's art.
Yeah, you could. I guess you could. I think that makes sense for him.
Yeah,
the Harry Styles.
Yeah, he's very sexually fluid.
Yeah,
he alludes.
Has he? I was gonna say, has he admitted sexual fluidity, or is it just
he hasn't admitted anything? He doesn't admit to anything. He just is very fluid about sexuality.
Good for him. He don't have to. He has nothing that he has to say to anybody. You know?
No. I love Harry Styles. I think he has an incredible fashion sense. I think he's a great artist. His music is
agree.
And he's pretty to look at.
He is very pretty to look at. So, I mean, yeah, he definitely gives me very Metro vibes for sure.
Metro isn't the word I would use, but yes.
What would you use?
Metro seems
isn't Metro kind of like,
from my perspective, Metro is a very polished heterosexual man that's very well put together, very clean, very kind of thing. I wouldn't say Harry's like the clean. I think he's very fashionable. I think he's very fluid. To me, it's not Metro. It's a different genre in and of itself.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean?
I always thought like Metro was like, I guess it's more like European men vibes.
To me, metrosexual is not European.
Really?
Yeah. Metrosexual is somebody that wears a very nice form-fitting suit, always really clean shaven, very well groomed, nice, like a businessman that like is just, you turn your head when he walks down that street. Harry Styles is somebody that I see that's walking down the runway that you just hold your breath when you see him just floats down.
I always thought metrosexual meant like you have, feminine touches to your vibe if you're a man, but maybe not. Maybe I had it wrong.
Maybe it's up for interpretation.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't see Harry as being metrosexual.
Okay. Well, he's something sexual. He's got a vibrator line.
He's watermelon sugar sexual. I can tell you that, girl.
Okay, Hutch is asking permission to get on the couch. Okay, go ahead. You can.
Oh, what a sweet boy asking permission.
Okay, go ahead, Hutch. There you go. Good boy.
Are you an Ozzy Osbourne person? Like, are you familiar with his music?
I like his wife.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. For sure. Did you see some of her remarks? Just like a lot of her quotes over the last, 25 to 30 years have just kind of come to light since Ozzy's death. She's funny as fuck. Someone was asking about, I couldn't tell you. I think this was an old quote. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. They were like, what made your relationship so strong in those early years? And she was like, well, we fought all the time. But she was like, all we did was a bunch of ecstasy and cocaine. So we just had a lot of sex. You know what? I was like, good for you.
I think that they helped put reality TV on the map. I mean, they're one of the first families to put their lives on television. Years and years and years ago, like what was it? We Are the Osbournes, or just the Osbournes?
Something.
The Osbournes. I brought it up because, R.I.P. and I grew up with Ozzy Osbourne music. My mother, big metal fan, and Ozzy Osbourne was in my ear every Saturday morning. And I'm very familiar with Ozzy's music. Going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm sorry, but that is a great song. Like, it's a good rock and roll song. I was watching, they had the funeral a couple days ago in England. And I just got a little emotional just watching Sharon get emotional. It just kind of broke my heart a little bit because you say what you want about them. They loved each other. They loved so hard. They loved each other. And she just, to see her so emotional, and it was just like such an indicator of like how much that she really loved him. And they were
he was recently quoted saying like, I think it was a recent quote, because I think he was towards the end of his life, and he was like, I mean, that woman was my life. Like, that is my life, is that woman. And I think, I can't imagine, and I think about this often, and I get upset. I don't know. I think about death often. I don't know why, but I do.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of do too.
And I can't imagine being with someone and having that kind of life and being one of the few that make it that long in celebrity world, right? And then that person just understands you better than anyone, and then they're just gone. And even though you're at an older age, like he was in his 70s, like people are living until they're 90 now. Like I can't imagine.
78?
I can't.
76?
Yeah,
78?
I just, and I mean, he did a lot of shit, so I'm sure he was an old 78, but like,
to the point he couldn't speak anymore.
Yeah. So, so that's hard. I can't imagine what that's like to spend, so much of your life, most of your life with somebody, and then they pass away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me very sad to think about.
Rest in peace, Ozzy. Sharon, my heart does go to that family. Like it was very sweet in a very Ozzy Osbourne way.
It's sad for all the spouses. Like Hulk Hogan's wife's statement was really heartbreaking because his was like a very sudden death. It's just all like the spouses and the families. It just kills me for them.
I didn't look at what happened, but right before we got on, they dropped the cause of death. Did you see what it was?
For Hulk Hogan? I thought it was a cardiac arrest. I thought it was a heart attack.
Yeah, acute myocardial infraction.
Yeah, because it was, I know it was sudden. Really sad.
All I know is there's drama with his daughter right now.
Oh, I haven't seen any of that. I've only seen.
Well, yeah. Rumor has it is that she's not in the will. And a lot of people are giving her shit because she wasn't at a lot of these different tributes. But she went on record saying it's because she wasn't invited. Like WWE did like a bunch of stuff for him, and people are like, why wasn't she there? Why wasn't she there? And she's saying no one invited me.
Oh, I didn't know that they had a distant relationship.
Quite conservative, and a lot of people didn't like him because he is very open about his racism, like N-word with the hard R racism.
Ooh, you can't be doing that.
No, and he's very loud about it. And she's not like that. Brooke is not one of those people. She's, she loves our community. And she's distanced herself from that. So
got it. Yeah. But it's sad that, I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of what's really going on in people's families.
I don't know their family drama. I don't pay attention to Hulk Hogan. I can't worry about everything that's happening in the world of conservatism and what people are fighting about because I have to at some point protect my peace. Yeah,
100%. Well,
but I never liked
sending love to. No, but we don't want anybody to die either. So sending love to all the families of everyone, Ozzy, of who said, hey.
I didn't say anything.
I don't want, you said you made a face.
You can say whatever you want. You can interpret whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. This is the Magic School Bus, and we can pull a lever. I don't know what that means, but I said it.
Speaking of racism, let's just jump in because I am dying to talk about this. I feel very strongly about this. The Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad. Please, can we talk about it?
Let's talk about it. You start.
Let's talk about it. So, I mean, it's all the rage. If you guys haven't seen it, just go look it up. There's some videos. There's static
highlights.
campaigns. So overall, Sydney Sweeney is part of the marketing campaign for American Eagle about having good genes. Play on the word genes, Geans. However, they are using Genes. And it has sparked outrage. A lot of very left-leaning individuals are saying it's Nazi propaganda, preaching, specific eugenics and things like that. With the current climate, it had a bit of a nod to a little bit of racism. So people are truly up in arms, and it is a very interesting argument on the interwebs right now.
Yeah, the girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting. And it doesn't seem to have like an end in sight. Like I thought maybe people would be over it in a couple of days. No. It's just getting worse. It's just getting worse.
Yeah, it is.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it. I've looked at some of the static advertisement, and I've looked at a couple of the videos. The first thing that I want to say is that the Mustang that she gets into is an old 88, I think 88. Don't quote me on the year, but the Mustang that she gets into and is shown to like it's emulated driving away is a beautiful fucking car. Sydney Sweeney, don't get me wrong, beautiful young girl, love her, but that car, girl, that car. Oh my God, I had to watch that ad several times because of the car. I'm also gay. I wasn't staring at her body.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl, but that car was everything. That's what I took from it more than anything. I'm just kidding. It was a beautiful car. I looked at a lot of the comments. I looked at, because of both sides. I'm kind of, my brain goes in different directions. Now, I want to say before I give my opinion, I am coming from a place of understanding that I have white male privilege, that I am not someone that has been, in a world where my life has been different because of the melanin of my skin. When I first started, when I was just looking at it and reading it and all this stuff, my first reaction was, why is everyone upset? This doesn't really seem that bad. But then I kind of put myself in the shoes of someone that, does have darker melanin skin, that it's just this person. I understand with the times that we're in of racial inequality, what we've been through in the past 5 years with talking about it. And I understand, it's with the one person implying that the genes are the whole I'm a hot girl with blonde hair, blue eyes kind of thing. I understand the perception of that. It felt honestly to me that this whole, this is supporting eugenics. And for those that aren't familiar with what eugenics are, it's this, I don't know if it's a philosophy. Maybe it's a
philosophy of breeding
very associated with the times of like Nazi Germany and stuff, when eugenics, when they were saying with blonde hair, blue eyes was beauty. That is what defines what beautiful is, and why they're trying to say this is Nazi propaganda, which respectfully, again, this is me coming from a white male perspective. I don't see the Nazi propaganda thing. However, I do understand how people can associate with her just saying, I have good genes, being in that perspective. I get where you're coming from, but for me, it didn't feel like that's what they were pushing.
Right.
It just felt like a little bit of going that far was a little bit of a reach. However, that being said, I can understand how it did. The more I watched it, the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, it is a little slightly ick if you really kind of squint a little bit. I get that. I think if there was an opportunity to maybe have another person that wasn't white in the ad with her, or another banner ad that was not someone that was white, maybe that could have softened the perception from other communities. It didn't feel like this whole rubbing it in your face that some people are making it out to be. And again, maybe there's something that I don't know or didn't see, and if so, please bring that to light for me. But I do get where people are coming from with that whole feeling.
Yeah. I guess well, yes. I feel like I have to say, I recognize that I too am a blonde white girl. But I'm also I'm not fucking ashamed that I'm a white girl either. And I'm not going to sit here and I feel like if a brand wants to use a blonde white girl, they shouldn't have to use someone of color to soften a blow either. Because it wasn't the intention was not a blow. Do you see what I'm saying?
The intention wasn't, but honey, intentionality doesn't always mean it's right.
I understand that. However,
But when you're talking about a white girl talking about your jeans, I hear what you're saying, but we're not talking about nail polish. We're talking about who you are genetically.
No, I get it. And I don't think that saying like I have great genes, I have blonde hair and blue eyes, that does not mean that she's saying that somebody that does not have blonde hair and blue eyes has bad genes. She is talking about her own genes. So I think that I agree. I think the Nazi propaganda is honestly an extreme reach. I understand that in the current climate, featuring a white, blonde, blue-eyed girl can feel a bit tone deaf in the current climate. That feels like more of an argument to me than Nazi propaganda. I think that is absolutely, that side of it, I think is honestly really fucking ridiculous. I think we throw around Nazi, I think we throw around the word Hitler without recognizing how severe that time was. Y'all go do some serious research into World War II. That shit is fucking bananas. And I do think we throw around the word Nazi a little too much, and it's starting to lose its meaning and its depth. However, on the other side of it, can I see how people of color would find offense? Yes. Does that mean it was offensive? No. And, you know, I think if you look at a lot of campaigns that American Eagle has done over the last 10 years, they have been one of the most inclusive companies in that space. I'm talking the Abercrombie space, the Hollister space.
That
whole market. It's a very specific
teen,
market.
Tween, young adult.
Exact, young adult. And they have featured people of color. They are one of the most inclusive for sizing. So again, while I do think we do in this time, we do forget about intent. And people are just like, oh, this is how I feel about it, so this is fact. Not necessarily, right? And if you look at a lot of campaigns amongst a lot of brands over the last few years, like Sephora did a huge Black is Beauty campaign. That didn't mean they were saying white isn't beauty. That they were saying like the Black community is beautiful, which it is. Great. You know what I'm saying? So I think I come from it of a place of like, I can understand on like the more like, I guess, conservative side or people that are white are also like feeling like they are tiptoeing a little bit right now. And I can understand why that is, because I don't believe that that was the intent of this campaign. And I'm not going to lie, guys, some of the comments that I'm seeing from various people, I don't care what anyone says, racism goes a million ways. Racism is racism is racism. And no one deserves to feel that they are, you know, being judged based on the color of their skin. And some of the comments that I'm seeing on threads are really disgusting towards people that don't have as much melanin in their skin. And it's like that goes two ways. And it's bringing out that those comments do not help with that argument. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think talking about impact over intent, I don't know that I am 100% aligned with your intent comment. And then I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to put my business hat on for a second. And I dug into this a little bit more, and there are interviews that they did, like Zoom meetings and stuff with meetings and stuff that people are talking about. And I think they kind of knew what they were doing a little bit. Not saying that they wanted to push it too far, but I want people to like kind of go with me here for a second. And that was difficult as it sounds, but take sort of the people part of it out of it and put your business hat on. What they did was create a brilliant PR move. And I think Sydney knew what she was doing. Like, she's obviously very popular in that community right now. They're filming Euphoria season 3 right now. They started in February. She's been in a few movies that are very catered to that audience. So she's very in that market's purview. Anytime a brand can get people to talk about them without paying for it is a big deal. Yeah. It's called earned media. It is a very big thing in the marketing community, and it is the reason that public relations exists. Earned media is the best form of marketing. And this campaign went right up to an edge that a lot of people are teetering back and forth. We're talking, we went right up to a line that everyone is talking about. Yeah. This isn't the trans person on a Bud Light container that people are going fucking ape shit over, right? This is someone is squinting a little bit, and people, like, I'm seeing a lot of comments of like, I think we're blowing this out of proportion. And I've seen the comments of like, burn it to the ground, But what people aren't talking about a lot is that the fact that American Eagle stock, the last time I checked, in the last week is up 15%, which is a very large jump. And that their sales are through the roof, and that a lot of people are talking about it, including us. Because now what have we done? We have gone to their social media. We have gone to Googling these ads. We have now gone to these stores. We are literally doing exactly what the company wants us to do with this. And they knew that, because if you really, really, really dig deep, there is a Zoom meeting that people are talking about where there was a marketing meeting with Sydney. There's like, hey, this is what we could encounter with this. Are we good with that? And her response is, yes, let's do it.
Okay.
But it wasn't in a negative way. It wasn't in a, I want to upset people. I want to seem racist and all that. They talked about, hey, this might get a little out of hand. And everyone was like, yeah, I agree. But at the end of the day, they're not here to make people feel better. They're here to sell jeans.
Yeah.
And
that's a super fair point. Super fucking fair.
It's what they're doing.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
They're making a lot of money off of this campaign. And that is what they're being paid to do. Again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong or indifferent. I'm just letting you know from a business perspective, that was the goal.
That it worked.
And it accomplished that goal.
Yeah. Super fair. I think that's a really great point. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I absolutely concede to your point of intent, especially, if they were like, hey, we see this line, which again, I don't think that they were like, oh, we have no idea. I don't think the intent was to hurt people is my point. However, I think you're right as far as like understanding that they could receive some backlash. I totally concede to that. And I think you're absolutely right for sure.
Yeah. I don't think American Eagle's this big racist company that's like white power. I don't think that at all. I just think that they wanted to see how far they could. I think my opinion is that I think they wanted to see how far they could push something, because at the end of the day, they're a public company that needs to generate sale and sell product.
Yeah. Especially in a time where content is so easily available. People are just consuming content at all times. And so right now, I do feel like some companies are like, hey, we got to find the line, and we probably have to toe it a little bit to get people talking, because people forget like that. And if you look at some of the most impactful campaigns over the last 50 years, a lot of them towed those same fucking lines.
Yeah.
So
like they took the video off their Instagram, but left it on their Facebook. Why do you think that is?
Oh, interesting.
Very different audiences.
Yeah. That's interesting. And also in terms of the campaign itself, like I have good genes, like this also allows them to use this campaign for a long time with a million different people from a million different backgrounds, like shapes,
Calvin
sizes,
Klein.
Demographics. Yes.
It gave Calvin Klein, again, we're still doing it. Bad Bunny just did the exact same Calvin Klein ad not 2 months ago.
Right. Right. So it do be what it is.
I'll be interested to see sort of down the line how this conversation progresses, how the campaign progresses, what AE will do with it. I don't know. It's very intriguing. I understand every side of it, except for the side where people are being really
extreme on both sides of that, by the way.
They are, but extreme in a really violent way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've seen some people saying white power, this is what advertising should be. It's nice to see that we're going back to real advertising where we're going to see hot chicks doing it. I was like, sit down, Bubba. You look
absolutely.
crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, it's also like me seeing like, oh, white people are all recessive and we're just waiting for them to die out. It's just as bad. Both sides. It's the wild. Extreme, again, as always, extremists on both ends. All of y'all are fucking crazy. Get a grip, please.
Everyone's crazy.
Everyone's crazy. Everyone, you drive me crazy. I just can't sleep.
You know what else is crazy? That we are still talking about Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Donald Trump, and sex trafficking and of minor underage girls, and how we have been talking about this since the 90s, and how we are still talking about this because it is a real fucking thing. So where this is coming from, everyone, if you, I don't know, haven't had a phone or been on social media at all, or I don't even know.
You've been only wrapped up in Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. So obviously the Epstein list can't get away from it. But now the big thing is that Ghislaine Maxwell, who is, Epstein's left-hand lady, who is in prison serving her 20-year sentence, her lighter.
Not his left-hand lady.
I always say that, left-hand lady. Is requesting an interview with the DOJ, but before she speaks of anything, she is requesting leniency, immunity, and perhaps what is it where you forgive your charges? Why am I? Donald Trump does this all the time.
Oh my God.
When you say you are not the father,
oh my fucking God, it's on the tip of my tongue. I was just listening to the Chrisley podcast.
He did it with all January 6 people.
Pardoned.
Pardoned. And she
pardoned.
Perhaps also asking for a pardon, which
bitch.
Let's just start right there. The fact that you want
immunity,
that you want immunity means that you plan to say something. I think her even speaking to the DOJ could go one of two ways. I think it's her coming in. I'm going to clear my name. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to give you everything that you want. I want out of this. I want to go live my life. I'm going to throw Donald Trump under the fucking bus. Or she's going to come in, support her longtime friend of a very long time. And there is not a fucking single person on the planet can tell me that they're not friends. There's way too much history with the three of them. She's going to throw everyone else under the bus that is not in the Republican Party. Make Donald Trump finally make this go away. She'll get what she wants from him, whatever the case may be. I don't trust a single fucking thing that's going to come out of her mouth. And I'll tell you why.
Like either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
You are in jail.
I feel that.
Partially because you perjured yourself. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. I don't even know how many times. You are in jail and your sentence got longer because of the amount of lying under oath that you have done. I don't trust you as far as I can fucking throw you. I think everything about you and the person that you represent and the world that you lived is one of the dirtiest, trashiest things that has ever happened in our modern day society. I think you are a bad person, human being, and I think that you should be rotting in jail. And totally I think agree. You should have told the truth a long time ago. The thing I feel about that's one. 2, why the fuck are we leaning on that bitch to get light and clarity on what's happening when we have a lot of fucking victims that we can talk to? I can give you the name of 30 off the top of my fucking head that are victims of what have happened. Unfortunately, one we cannot talk to, and what made a lot of this come about was Virginia, the young lady who has been vocal about this for a long time, who committed suicide back in April, who was leading the charge of Big Thing, who was trafficked from Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort by Epstein, and Ghislaine was raped by Epstein, went on record saying that. He admitted to it. And then he did
Trigger
as well.
Warning.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, everyone.
Trigger
apologies.
Warning, guys.
Trigger warning. This is obviously talking about sexual assault, trafficking. Yes. My apologies. Trigger warning. My blood boils about this. I have so much to say about this.
How is a prisoner of her caliber even allowed to ask for a meeting with the DOJ? Like, how do you have that right? You can't even get shampoo without going through commissary, but you can get a meeting with the DOJ?
I can tell you exactly why. You know exactly why.
But like the fact that you can, our prison system is so fucked, and our all of the systems in place and whatever. But like the fact that she is still so connected that she can just get a meeting with the DOJ. Are you fucking kidding me? But I totally agree. I think anything that she is going to say is going to be a lie. I don't think he's going to pardon her, because not only
it's not a good look for him.
With that look, it's not a good look for him. I think that would turn tides on even some of his most stark supporters, for sure, if he pardons her. And I think he knows that.
Well, and I think, okay, so I'm going to back it up a little bit, because I think you bring up a good point here. I think that I'm going to break it down in 3 silos of the whole situation. I think one is the one that is just literally every comment of every post, even if it's not about him, is the Epstein files, right? You ran your campaign saying, oh, well, I'm not in him. I don't have a relationship with that man. I have nothing to do with that man. He's in prison for what he did. He's like,
I'm going to release him.
I'm going to release him. I'm going to release literally,
it.
They held up binders that said Epstein files phase 1, and it said the most transparent administration in history, 45 and 47, on the cover of the fucking binder. And then you decided you're not going to do it, and then you're gaslighting everybody, including your own base, saying like, why are you still on this? It's this responsible. Yeah. Like, you did that to your fucking self, right? That's silo 1, that you look foolish. Yeah. Even your own dumbass Daniel Boone on crack is your shaman guy is like, fuck this guy. Like, you got to do a lot to piss off that man.
His own VP said that there's a list. JD Vance went on the record saying there's a list.
Girl, your own attorney general told you that you are on the list. She told you that months ago. She told you you're on the list. And now you're saying, oh, don't worry about it. You're not going to make it public. Okay, so I think that's one. I think there's another silo here where we're starting to remind people of the light of his relationship with Epstein, and how, for me, it has been one of the biggest things that I don't understand how people still voted for this, because his base and the people that voted for him are like, you know, we're pro-life. We want to protect the kids. We want to do this. We hate sex trafficking. Yet the ties that this man has had to Epstein, even before he ran for office the first time, run true and deep. And I can give you 50 different examples. And then I think there's a third thing that we're talking about here that is also sort of tied to it, is that trying to understand there's this whole, what really happened to Epstein. And I'm kind of really nervous to touch on the third one a little bit, because it could get me unalived. It's still kind of a conspiracy theory, but why is Jeffrey Epstein not currently alive, and his alleged suicide, where there's now all this weird evidence that has been out and is now coming back to light, like the video, there's a minute missing. Well, the attorney general and the DOJ was like, oh, well, it's because of this, and security experts and the FBI and the security team were like, that minute that's not. Like, they're saying, oh, what happens every night at midnight, it's been happening. Like, they're like, okay, well, that's funny. That doesn't happen here. There are 5 cameras, and all but one of them.
All of them went out.
All of them suddenly didn't work. No, honey. They all didn't work except for that one. And that one also had a minute thing. All the cameras were broken the whole day. Right. And there is, I can't remember who said it, but there is this... there is this inside source that's saying, oh no, the prison bureau, the FBI, and another agency has the actual full video with that minute in it, but they're not showing the minute because there is this alleged orange blur that's going up the stairs. Like, if you look at the video, it only shows parts of the common area. No. It's the footage of the prison, of the actual prison where he's held. And there's a minute
hasn't
missing.
It always been like a thing that like someone was paid to kill him? I thought that was always like a known allegedly, but like I thought that was like, I didn't know that people even were like, I didn't even know that there was a group of people that were like, oh no, he definitely killed himself. I thought most people thought he got killed.
Well, I think it's yes, and the biggest one to me is that the association that he keeps denying, his association with Epstein, his association with underage girls, and his association with sex trafficking. He keeps downplaying it and saying it's not true, but there's so much preponderance of the evidence that I don't understand for the last 15 plus years how anyone could agree with him. Like, even the Wall Street Journal. I mean, there's photos and videos. I mean, everyone has seen tons of them together, but let's just, the 50th birthday, Jeffrey Epstein's 15th birthday.
Epstein's 50th
birthday. Trump wrote a message to him. There was a book and a handwritten note that says, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. And he drew a doodle of himself, of this woman, and his Donald Trump signature right under the waist, where to emulate pubic hair. Said things like, we have very many things in common. The association where he planned this big calendar thing when they flew all these beautiful women in to host this like calendar shoot and all that, and the only people in attendance were him and Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was convicted and found guilty of sex trafficking and having sex with underage girls. Period. One of those girls was this Virginia Giuffre person, who is unfortunately not with us anymore, who you now admitted just days ago, Donald, you admitted was at your Mar-a-Lago resort, worked there, 16 years old, who was a masseuse, that you said did, quote, take her from there. You said stop it. And then you said he also took other girls from Mar-a-Lago. And you said stop it. And then when he didn't stop it, I said, get him out of here. Those were his words this week. So you knew sex trafficking was happening at Mar-a-Lago. And you are just now telling us this, but you denied it how many times before? Okay. Or the fact that I can give you 5 names of women from Teen Miss USA pageants that you came backstage and physically put your hands on them, and they all filed formal complaints. One of them being Miss Utah, who said on record that you came in there, walked right up to her, put your arms on her, and kissed her on the mouth. She didn't say anything because she just was kind of taken aback by it, but maybe this is how they do it on the East Coast. And then she ended up going to Trump Tower for something, and you did it to her again, and that's when she filed a formal complaint because you made her uncomfortable when she was a teenager. You have said on multiple records where you are attracted to young girls. You have sexualized your own daughter, both of them, talking about these. That was the motion and the words that he used. Like, this is all on record. Like, I just don't understand. I'm just so baffled how people voted for this man. Like, I'm so riled up about it because this is such a big deal that this is all video. This is all audio. Like, this is you saying this. This isn't us like, oh, I wonder if. These are your fucking words. And people still let this man become president. Like, you got found guilty and had to pay $5 million back in, what was it, 23 for sexual assault. Like, there is so much smoke. I'm going to like take a deep breath because I just don't understand, y'all. I just don't understand how these lines can be so blurred for so long and everybody just keep brushing it under the rug. It's wild.
So are you saying that you think he's the one that had Jeffrey Epstein killed? Allegedly?
I am not saying that out loud because we're going to end up putting this on the internet. I do believe that there is something deeper that he is connected to because, and I quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." And that was a quote from over a decade ago. Oh,
why would they delete that hour though? Because it doesn't implicate
not even
Trump.
an hour.
A lot of people would want him dead. There's a lot of people on
1 minute
that list. There's a lot of people on that list. So like, I guess, like, why not just leave the hour in there? Because like, I don't think it implicates.
It's 1 minute.
Like, everyone knows that this man did not kill himself. He didn't. Like, everyone knows he didn't. So like, deleting the hour definitely looks sketch because it could have been anybody.
Brush it under the rug. If you're not guilty of all of this stuff, I'd be like, fucking get that shit out there. I want my name cleared. But you're doing a lot of fucking extra work to make sure that it's not coming out. You're going against your own fucking DOJ and Attorney General. That's wild.
It's also just
wild to me.
Like, maybe when he was, threatening, oh, we're going to release the list, that maybe he didn't know how, like, what was there on him. I don't know. This is all giving Diddy on steroids.
In 2010, when Jeffrey Epstein was going under his first deposition for these charges before he was convicted, on record, there's a whole video of it. In 2010, have you ever socialized with Donald Trump and females under the age of 18? Jeffrey Epstein chuckles, looks at the camera, and says, "I plead the fifth." Or you could just say no. It's just bizarre. And then let's get even more connected to it. And this is why I think it's so all connected. Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know how much you know about the conviction of the trial, because I remember when this was all happening, because I always thought this guy was skeezy. And I remember digging into this back when the election was happening the first time.
I was really young.
You were really young.
During the trial.
2015, I was like, I don't understand how this is happening. This man is convicted is best friends with this guy. And when Jeffrey Epstein got a very strange, lenient, I don't know how much you know about the charge, but it was lenient. Like lenient, really lenient. The guy that drafted the lenient plea deal, if he admitted to a certain amount of, I forget the details, but if you admitted to something in the state of Florida, your plea deal would be very, very lenient. Well, the lawyer that ended up drafting that and putting that together and getting him that plea, Trump hired. The judge that agreed to all of those, I forget their names, but the judge that agreed to this plea deal and put all this in place, the judge...
Trump hired for him, or just Trump happened to have hired the same lawyer at a different point? What do you mean?
They have the same lawyer.
But I mean, okay, I don't know that that's... Big-time lawyers are big-time lawyers for big-time people.
For my big-time best friend.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that...
Yeah, but honey, I'm sorry, you have a lot of people that run in your camp too. Do you mean to tell me you don't know what's happening with your other friends in your friend group?
No, I'm saying... I'm saying it doesn't surprise me that two powerful people have the same powerful lawyer.
Okay, well, how about the judge that also agreed with that, also then was hired by Trump to be in his first cabinet during his first administration? Then the person that was in charge of the Bureau of Prisons, that happened to weirdly die later, was also part of Trump's administration. There's too much overlap for very specific instances for there not to be a larger connection. I think the conspiracy theorist in me believes that this man is way more connected than a list.
Gotcha. Guess we'll see.
I don't think that'll ever come to light, but why else would you want to silence so many people? Like, you guys are best buds. It's crazy. It's too much smoke.
I think I don't want to get killed on the street, so I'm going to let you hang. I'm going to let you have this one.
Shut up! She said, I don't want to get unalived on the streets.
I don't want to go missing from a Carnival cruise ship. So I will be keeping my mouth nice and closed on this one.
Anyway, I'm not saying you have to agree or deny or whatever with that wild and crazy conspiracy theory. But yeah, anyway, I went on this really long tangent. Like, how are you feeling about all this? Like,
a lot of this information, you have to remember the first time he was elected, I didn't really know much about Epstein. Like, I was really young, and I voted for, I don't even remember who I voted for, whoever the middle guy was that year.
I think it was Jill.
Yeah. And like a lot of like the Epstein stuff, like honestly, like I thought case closed, and so now a lot of these connections, I didn't look into a lot of that before this election. And again, if I had a different well, I don't even want to go back into this again, but like if I had a different option on both sides, I probably would have I didn't want him either. So it's just like, I don't feel like diving back into all of that, but I think a lot of the connections that you're making, they're not without merit, and I think they're fair to say. I don't think that we are ever going to know.
I don't think we are either.
Which is sad. I don't think we are. I think that there's no way he's going to pardon her, not for the sake of not wanting to, but for the sake, like, he knows how that's going to look.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I don't think he's not going to make that kind of decision, and I don't think his administration is going to allow him to make that kind of decision, because that would just
not unless they want him out. That's a whole nother conspiracy theory for a whole nother time that I have a whole.
I guess we'll find out. I wonder when her meeting is with the DOJ, when their set time is.
I don't know if they've granted her one. I think it's the whole thing. I think is a very delicate balancing act that they have to be careful of. Not just for him and the administration, but
as they should.
The party as a whole.
Like, hello. Ghislaine Maxwell, like, that bitch doesn't deserve a meeting with anybody except for maybe Jesus.
Or the guillotine.
Well, that's kind of what I was implying with Jesus, but I said it nicer. So
the whole thing's great. All I got to say is I say keep putting the pressure on. Even because this man is really trying everything to distract everybody, and I think that's kind of the funniest part. Like, he's even posting old videos from years ago of just like random people on a jet ski, and it's just like he's doing whatever he can to get people distracted from talking about it. He even dumped all those files for Martin Luther King Jr., like all of them, even his, and then MLK's daughter. Did you see her post? She posted a picture of her dad going, the caption was, release the Epstein files. It was hilarious. It was such a good troll. Keep putting the pressure on.
That's the thing. I think even if they are released, like, I think that's not going to be without tamperment.
Yeah, I agree. How can we trust anything?
Not just for him. Like, I think there are a lot of fucking people who would be ended with that list and with a lot more information coming out from every administration since Epstein. I do. Like, I don't know. When it comes to just government in general, I think is very corrupt. And so I think it would put a lot of people in a really fucking bad spot. And so I don't think we'll ever see it.
It's just crazy. I agree. I don't think we'll ever get the full truth on any of not just the list, just like with Diddy. We're never going to really know.
Yeah, we're never going to get it. I think you and I should run for president and vice president. Like, I feel like, okay, like.
I don't know that I could be president. I would get in trouble. I have too much of a mouth.
I think that the president and vice president should be opposing parties.
That's really interesting.
I think that should be a law. I think that. And it flip-flops every election year. One of them has to be one of them has to be the other. So just putting that out there for people.
Wow, talk about a disruptor. That's a really interesting idea.
We're never going to get rid of a bipartisan democracy, so let's, like, marry the two.
No, we're not, and we shouldn't. We live in a democratic republic for a reason.
Right. Let's move on to INYO. You want to lighten this load?
Oh, girl, I can't breathe.
Take a breath.
Okay. This one, I'm going to do this one for you. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1 year. We moved in together about 5 months ago. Everything about the relationship has been amazing. He's supportive, he's kind, he's loyal. The only thing is our finances. He is struggling, but I am thriving. I am the most financially abundant I have ever been, and he is picking up serving shifts to make ends meet. He still buys me coffee here and there, and overall, we are living very different lifestyles. I can work remotely, travel the world. He wants to do that, but isn't even close. It's been a year of doing this. Do I put my life on hold? This is so hard. So it sounds like, what do I do? How do I approach the situation where she's making more money, he's not? That's all I have to
Money
go
buys
on.
happiness. Money does buy happiness. And anyone that says that's not true is poor. First of all, kudos to you for being financially independent, love. Finances, even in the most stable of relationships, can be something that tears you apart if you are not on the same fucking page. I'm not saying in terms of like income. I'm saying in terms of what you want out of your partner. I imagine if you moved in together, you are assuming a long haul relationship. And it sounds to me, honestly, and you didn't explicitly say this, but it sounds to me that you're doing very well. And it might not bother you right now that he doesn't do as well as you, but it kind of sounds like it's going to eventually. And that you don't necessarily want to have to carry the whole load. And you do want to travel and do all these things. So I guess my question for you, my girl, is why the fuck did you move in with him? This isn't new. His finances were this before you moved in together. Are you carrying rent? And what do you mean buying you coffees here or there? You guys live together. Your finances at this point, like, yes, they're separate, but like you're in it together. Darlings, I'm not telling you. I know my initial reaction is always break up.
No.
But I commend you for seeing all the good things in this person, and I love it. I would just say this is already bothering you, and you only lived with him for 5 months. So what does this look like in 10 years? Like, what does he have coming up? Like, is he working on something? Is he building an app that he plans to sell? Sounds like you want somebody that's as driven as you in that sense, in like a business sense.
This
what do you think?
is a tough one. When I first read it, I was like, ooh, because the heart wants what the heart wants. And I get that. I've sort of been in a situation. I think you kind of hit on some of the similar feelings that I had about this. I think my first reaction to answer your question is I get that it's hard. Do you put your life on hold? No. I will say that right now, you should never put your life on hold for anyone, ever. Mm-hmm. Because you will be mad at yourself for that down the line. Even if things, like say hypothetically you put it on hold, you're always going to wonder, what if I didn't? What if this? What if this? You got one life to live, girl. There's a reason why there was a soap opera called that, right? You need to live your life to the fullest. That is the point that makes you happy. Now, if it's transitioning that life to fit some of his needs because that brings you joy, then that's fine. Go for it. But that, just based on what I read, does not sound like that's what you want. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question right out there, no, do not put your life on hold. To unpack this even more, it sounds like you really like this person and you really want to make this work. You moved in with him. It sounds like you moved in fast, which it happens. I think it's worth either a conversation or really looking at, to your point, what is next? What is he working on? Mm-hmm. What are your career goals? What are your aspirations? And those are great ideas. But then the next thing that's important for me, and if I was in this relationship, is what actions are you actually taking to get there? I like that he's at least picking up serving shifts and stuff and trying to bring money into the home. And it sounds like he's recognizing that he's kind of not winning enough bread comparatively. So I like that he's trying to do something, but what else does that do something look like? Right. When I was younger, I was in similar situations where I've been very fortunate. I've had a pretty decent career and I have dated people that weren't as far along as their career as I, and it did end up getting in between us because I wanted to go on these vacations. I wanted to go on European trips. I wanted to go whatever, or go to this nice dinner. And it's one thing if you do it a lot and you're living an extravagant lifestyle, but it's another thing for the lifestyle to be, I can't ever do those things. That's different. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure to highlight that. Yeah. And again, I don't know the extremes. Like, I don't know if you're like CEO bringing in $600,000 a year and he's only bringing in $5, but like, it's different. It's just having that conversation, really understanding is what is the potential? Like you said, is he building an app that can make it $1 bajillion, or is he just dicking around playing Grand Theft Auto 5 because we're never getting 6 and he's just picking up shifts here and there, but he's not doing anything with his life? If that behavior does not change, that will get to you. It just will, because you're going to continue advancing. And what is he going to be doing? Is that behavior going to dictate a lifestyle for him? If that's where he wants to be in his life, that's fine where he wants to be. Then there's a compatibility
doesn't mean you have to
here.
Yeah, that doesn't mean
don't settle for something that you want to do to try and make your relationship work. You will resent him for that in the end. I'm telling you, right, that will happen. So it's tough. It's one of those situations where you need to really understand what's the bigger picture long term. Have that conversation. If you really want to try to make this relationship work, then have that conversation with him. What if you decide to have kids and a family? What if you decide to buy a house together?
Why haven't you had these conversations?
Yeah.
You moved in with him, babe. Like, you're so much nicer than me. Kindly, what were you thinking? Like, why are you just now asking yourself this? It sounds to me like he could not afford rent and asked to move in with you. Like, I'd be willing to bet that that's what happened. And you could have said no. And now you're stuck. So,
I mean, you're not stuck. It's just going to be messier to get out of it.
Yeah, maybe for another, 6 months until your lease is up.
Yeah. I mean, have the conversation.
Because also, where the fuck's he going to go? Doesn't sound like he can afford to leave.
Yeah. Did you move in together because it was a financial situation, or did you move in together because you really wanted to do this?
Yeah. You knew his situation before. Did you want to be a sugar mama? Because if not, that's what you signed up for, honey.
Just think about what your future would be like, and if you have children, or if you buy a house. Because if he doesn't have a stable job, you're not getting a mortgage.
Oh yeah. Ask his credit score. Everybody,
I'm just letting you know.
Ask before you move in with anyone or buy a house. Ask their credit score. Actually, don't just ask for it. Ask to look at it. Always ask a credit score. I think that's a really important thing to do. YOLO.
Yeah. His behavior will tell you everything that you need to know. Just pay attention to his behavior, not what he says, but what is his behavior. And it sounds sticky, hon. It sounds sticky. It sounds like that you have very different objectives and goals. Lots to evaluate.
Maybe he has a really big wiener. Hopefully. Oh my God. Hopefully you're at least getting dick down at the very least. Like, hopefully he's got a knob on him.
Just think about it before you get married.
Yeah.
And
100%.
that money becomes one pot legally.
Yep. Oh my gosh. This is long. We've had a lot to say.
Had a lot to say today. Some good up and downs.
Finally things happened in the world. I feel like nothing was happening
Past
for
couple
weeks.
Was a little light. Yeah.
Little light, like on the stuff, and so we finally had some strong opinions. Anyway, guys, we hope you guys all have a great week.
Indeed.
If CJ isn't back next week, it's because he was off on the sidewalk.
I'm totally getting abducted for that. If it ain't for the Illuminati, it's going to be the Trump regime. Someone's going to snatch me.
Someone's going to come get you.
Maybe I should drive to the gym today instead of walking.
All right, guys. I hope you all have a great week.
Everyone have a great week. Loves, hugs, and kisses.
Love you. Bye.
Pray for me. Bye.